What's up, Steelers Nation? Welcome back to the channel, where we break the biggest stories, track the boldest moves, and give you the inside scoop straight from the heart of Pittsburgh. Before we dive into today's massive update, hit that like button and subscribe if you believe the Steelers are going all-in for a Super Bowl run in 2025. The organization is clearly pushing to bring another Lombardi trophy back to the Steel City, and we're here to cover every step of the journey. Now let's get right to it. This one's big dot. In a recent episode of Two Pros and a Cup of Joe, former NFL linebacker and analyst LaVar Arrington dropped a bomb on the Steelers' current contract situation involving superstar edge rusher TJ Watt. And folks, it's a warning. Steelers fans need to take seriously if TJ Watt were to go. "I don't know, that would be a total meltdown," Arrington said. And he's not wrong. The idea of Watt leaving Pittsburgh feels like a football apocalypse. You're talking about the heart and soul of this defense, a locker room leader, and quite possibly the most important player on the team's roster outside of Aaron Rodgers. Yet, here we are just weeks from training camp, and Watt still doesn't have a new deal. Let's put this in perspective. TJ Watt is entering the final year of his current contract. His performance hasn't dipped. He's still one of the league's most dominant pass rushers. He's still drawing double teams, still wrecking game plans, and still representing what it means to wear the black and gold. But here's the problem. The market has changed, and the Steelers may have waited too long. Back in March, Cleveland's Myles Garrett signed a blockbuster extension worth $160 million over 4 years, $40 million per season. It made him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history, and it reset the bar for elite defenders, and now Watt wants and deserves to be in that same conversation. The Steelers reportedly do have an offer on the table, but insiders say it doesn't meet Watt's expectations. That's what has this fan base holding its collective breath. TJ Watt is more than just sacks and stats. He embodies Pittsburgh football: grit, discipline, relentless energy, and losing him now after building so much momentum this offseason, that would be devastating. Think about it. The Steelers added Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, Jonnu Smith, and Jalen Ramsey. They shipped out George Pickens, Najee Harris, and Minkah Fitzpatrick to reshape this roster. Every move screams one thing: we're going for it now. So how can this team, this ill-in version of the Steelers, move forward without its most dominant defensive piece? The answer? They can't. Fans remember how the last contract extension went down. The Steelers waited until 48 hours before the 2021 season opener to finally lock up Watt. That was too close for comfort. And now, the pressure's even greater. More pass rushers will hit the market next year. The price is only going up. Every day without a deal makes it more complicated. Every headline, every insider report adds to the noise. Mike Florio recently added fuel to the fire, reporting that the two sides are nowhere close and that Watt is ready for any outcome. That's a scary phrase, Steelers Nation. Any outcome could mean a holdout, a missed game, or in the worst-case scenario, a trade. What makes this situation even more tense is that everyone, fans, media, and former players alike, knows how disastrous it would be to let Watt walk. Even Arrington, who has no ties to the current Steelers roster, is sounding the alarm. They're going to sign TJ Watt, whether they like it or not. They have no other recourse. He's right. Letting Watt go wouldn't just be bad optics. It would break the identity of this team. The Steelers have been known for defense since the Steel Curtain days. That identity now lives through Watt. Without him, that tradition takes a serious hit. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh has already proven it can adapt in the face of change. Case in point, the Minkah Fitzpatrick trade. Trading away a former All-Pro like Fitzpatrick was bold, no doubt. But the front office has already taken steps to patch that hole and arguably came out ahead in the deal. In return for Minkah, the Steelers added Jonnu Smith to strengthen the offense and brought in Jalen Ramsey, one of the most talented corners of the last decade. The defense got faster, more physical, and more versatile. But that also meant the safety room suddenly got very thin. Here are 3 names being floated as potential replacements for depth at safety, just in case injuries strike or someone underperforms. 1. Justin Simmons, a veteran leader with Pro Bowl pedigree. Simmons is still available and reportedly seeking around $5.7 million. he would add immediate credibility to the safety group and bring a calming presence on the back. And 2. Jordan Whitehead. At 28 years old, Whitehead offers a nice blend of experience and youth. He had a solid 2024 season and is known for his aggressive play and versatility. A reliable addition who can step in if needed. 3. Julian Blackmon coming off shoulder surgery. Blackmon is a bit of a wild card, but he played most of 2024 with a torn labrum and still earned a solid 69.3 grade from Pro Football Focus. If healthy, he's a hidden gem. Mike Tomlin has already shown confidence in Juan Thornhill and Deshaun Elliott, but make no mistake, depth is going to matter, especially with the physical style of play the Steelers demand. The Pittsburgh Steelers just made a massive front office move. Official GM Omar Khan has signed a contract extension through the 2028 season. While financial details weren't made public, the message from the Rooney family was loud and clear. Omar and his team have done a great job over the past 3 years. We look forward to continuing that trend that will lead to even more success. On the field, said team president Art Rooney II, and Steelers fans, it's hard to argue with that since stepping into the general manager role in 2022. Khan has been a man on a mission, whether it's pulling off bold trades, dominating the draft board, or securing top-tier free agents. He's brought a fresh vision to Pittsburgh, one focused on winning now while still building for the future. A new era of aggression. The 2025 offseason moves this. Extension comes in the middle of one of the most aggressive offseasons we've seen from the Steelers in years. Aaron Rodgers signed on as the new QB1. Yolan Ramsey and Jonnu Smith arrived in a blockbuster trade that also sent Minkah Fitzpatrick back to Miami. Pittsburgh landed top defensive tackle Derek Harmon in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft. The roster was reshaped from top to bottom with an eye on winning now. And let's not forget, the 2026 NFL Draft is coming to Pittsburgh, and the Steelers currently hold a league-high 12 picks. Khan isn't just making moves, he's building a legacy, and this extension gives him the time and authority to see it through. I believe we are building a championship roster in his statement following the contract announcement. Khan didn't hold back on his belief in the team's direction. Believe we are building a championship roster. And look forward to the 2025 season and beyond as our goals continue to be to bring another Super Bowl to the city of Pittsburgh and our great fans. Steelers Nation, those aren't hollow words. This isn't GM speak. It's backed up by action. Pittsburgh's roster looks nearly unrecognizable compared to just 2 seasons ago. Khan moved off underperformers like George Pickens and Najee Harris. He stocked the WR room behind DK Metcalf with a mix of youth and veterans. He's addressed tight end depth. He's even bolstered the secondary. Despite the cost of losing a fan favorite like Fitzpatrick, Omar Khan's fingerprints are all over this rebuild, and now he's got 4 more years to finish the job. Not everything is smooth behind the scenes. Now, let's pivot to the second part of today's story, and this one's a bit more complicated. While Khan is getting praise for his bold moves and long-term planning, questions about Mike Tomlin's leadership are starting to surface. And surprisingly, some of the criticism is coming from former Steelers players. During a segment on 93.7 The Fan, NFL reporter Aditi King Kabwala revealed something that caught a lot of people off guard. There are many former players that I have spoken to that have bitten their tongues about their experience with Tomlin. Wow, that's a statement that hits hard. Tomlin has long been seen as one of the most respected and consistent coaches in the NFL. No losing seasons since 2007, a Super Bowl title, multiple playoff runs, and yet no postseason wins since 2016. Add in reports that people inside the organization are out of patience. And suddenly, the rock-solid image of Tomlin's tenure doesn't look so unshakable. Are Tomlin's leadership and culture starting to crack? There's no question that Tomlin is a player's coach. But let's be honest, the receiver drama in recent years has been a problem. We saw it with Antonio Brown, then Chase Claypool, then Deontay Johnson, and most recently, George Pickens. That's a pattern. That's not coincidence. And while national media continues to prop Tomlin up as untouchable, local insiders are asking the tough questions. Why has the team failed to win in the playoffs since 2016? Why hasn't a true successor to Ben Roethlisberger emerged until now? Why do talented receivers keep becoming locker room distractions? These are questions Khan and the front office are surely asking themselves because while Khan's been handed a long-term deal, the same can't necessarily be said for the coaching staff. Even if Tomlin did sign a 3-year extension last season, could the Steelers trade Mike Tomlin? It sounds ridiculous, right? But don't forget the New Orleans Saints traded Sean Payton's coaching rights to the Broncos. These things can happen. Doesn't win at least one playoff game, expect whispers of a Tomlin trade to return. His stock is still high across the league. Teams needing a steady, proven leader would line up to land him, but Steelers fans, they want results, not reputation. To bring this full circle, here's the bottom line. The Steelers are on the brink of a very special season. The offense finally has a real quarterback. The defense has elite pieces across every level. And the front office has been aggressive in reshaping the roster. But none of that matters. If TJ Watt isn't on the field, LeVar Arrington said it best. Losing Watt would be a total meltdown. It would undo months of hard work and send a message that the Steelers aren't willing to pay the price for greatness. So, now we turn it over to you, Steelers Nation. Do you believe the team should match Myles Garrett's contract and lock up TJ Watt long-term? Who would you sign at safety to replace Minka's leadership and production? And how are you feeling about the roster going into training camp? Let us know in the comments below. We're reading every single one, and you already know we'll be responding. And hey, if you want the Steelers to do the right thing and get this deal done, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next big update. This season is just getting started, and it could be a special one. Here we go, Steelers Nation.